increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing again on second down. Brissett. Bryant has it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you might probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 44-yard line.
On the ready. We've got to wedge that, huh? Let's get it together, defense. 64. Weak. Check. Check. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Let it go.
On second and 12, Brissett hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brings up third and 10.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Check 26.
From the gun, here's Brissett. He completes it to Bryant. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Watch the safety creep. Shift. No. Where you at? Who's that? Who's that? Mike.
He'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up second and 3 at the 32-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Come on, D. 49, 81, 49. Zoom, zoom. Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Y'all not ready?
On first down, it's Watson.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Getting in there to break that one up, Rock Ya-Sin.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Watson going for the deep ball. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Texans football to start quarter two, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Got to do better. Hayward. 53's the Mike. 53.
Throwing again is Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Carson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Brissett. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber.
A first down throw for Brissett. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards the pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. Orbit. Get ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Watch the pass. Watch twist. Watch, yo. 55's mine, guys, 55. I got you, boy. Mike, 55. Check, 50. Mike. Coming to you.
On 2nd down now, it's Moss. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Mike 55, Mike 55. 66, bullet.
On 3rd down, Brissett. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
On 1st down, Moss. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Tackles. Hey, I need one over here. 55's mine, guys. 55. Watch the flag.
Here's Brissett. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. From the 50, it's Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
19. Mike, number 54. 53. I'm coming.
On 1st and 10, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. A final shot before the break. Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
A gain of 5. First down, Texans.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will do it for this first half. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Here's Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
First down, Houston.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
You better bring it. Hey, 59. Say, 64.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Up at the 29 now. They'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard.
It's just me. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Slam, slam, slam. Go. 41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check, check, check 41. Watch the curve. Check 13. Check 13.
To throw is Brissett. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Jump it up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
Brings up second and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Come on, boy. Come on. 22, Jet, Bubba. 22, Jet, Bubba. Take 4, take 4. Hey. Motion, motion, motion. That's it.
So that'll back him up 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, second and 15.
Yup, yup. He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey, hey, hey. Zip that. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Welcome right.
Out of the gun, Brissett.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Harris speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
It's third and long for Brissett. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And they'll be set up in great starting field position here as that's out of bounds at the 45-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On second and 2, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Let's bring it. 6 guys. Check 6. Showing it.
Watson on first down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
This is Carson. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 18.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Watson now to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Ben Banagoo in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
36. Kill. Check 9.
On second down, it's Carson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
To throw is Watson. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Ben Banagoo able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a fourth quarter lead. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run on first down. It's Moss, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A gain of 3, second down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hey, pick your game up. Sponge.
On first down, Moss. Room here to run. A big play there for Indy. 43 yards. And a guy that can change the game shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. He's giving him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Let's reset. 19. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the slant.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
24.
Now it's Watson. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Check three.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Moss. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Check 15.
They'll keep it on the ground. Moss. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Ready. 55. 66. Pull it. Ha. I got you. Go. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Hold up.
On 3rd down, it's Moss. And he will get the 1st down as he's up to the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
I'm going to run you over.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Indianapolis, they're into the win column for the third time this year as they get the victory here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.